Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Monday the 11th of June 2018. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. As it's a Monday, we'll look at things from a weekly perspective, and I've highlighted the changes here. Obviously, some pretty big moves over the last week, for instance in euro dollar, in the pound sterling, in the Mexican peso, and of course most obviously in the Brazilian real. In terms of movers overnight, we've seen the euro bounce back, adding around 0.27% against the US dollar, whilst the Mexican peso and Canadian dollars have given ground, and we'll look at perhaps some of the reasons for that momentarily. The dollar index for its part trading around 93.48, largely unchanged, but of course below that key 93.50 and 94 levels. Interesting to see how that pans out over the coming week. I must also flag weakness on the week and overnight in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ether, and again we'll look at some of the reasons for that momentarily. Right then, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. First of all, it's a holiday in Australia as the country celebrates the Queen's birthday. In terms of data, we've already had money supply data out of China for May, that's M2, and new loans data. To come to 6 a.m. Japanese machine tool orders for May, and of course that's 6 a.m. GMT I should say, and then to 8 o'clock GMT for the first data out of Europe in the shape of industrial output for April, both on a month-on-month basis and year-on-year calculation from Italy. 8:30 sees the release of a raft of UK data, industrial production and manufacturing production data for April, accompanied by trade balance and goods trade balance data for the country as well. So a real look at how the UK economy is performing there. Nothing then until 15:30 this afternoon. We have the first of a series of debt auctions from the USA. First, the 3-month and 6-month bill auctions, and then at 1700 a 3-year and 10-year note auction from the USA as well. And then we leap forward again to 22:45 for electronic card retail sales data out of New Zealand for May, and that's followed at 23:50 by domestic corporate goods price index data for May out of Japan. Right then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight and over the weekend. And first of all, the G7 meeting has ended in disarray as President Trump refutes the meeting statement and criticises Canadian PM Trudeau, stoking trade war concerns once more. And President Trump has carried that criticism over to Singapore, where he's in town to potentially meet with North Korea's leader. Meanwhile, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have fallen sharply as US regulators ask cryptocurrency exchanges for data to aid their price manipulation inquiries. So what started out sounding like a bit of a flight of fancy is now gathering momentum, it would seem. Back in the world of politics, Angela Merkel, the German leader, will meet with the heads of the IMF and World Bank today for talks on European and global finance. So that's something perhaps to keep an eye on as well this afternoon. Right, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. Well, why not think about this? The EU and the Eurozone were designed to create a level playing field across Europe, with all nations able to compete on an equal footing. However, it's increasingly clear that one size does not fit all. The chart opposite shows us imbalances within the target cross-border payment system, denominated in billions of euro. Now we can clearly see here that Germany is a substantial creditor to the system, owed at the moment some 900 billion euros, whilst Italy, which is the example that's been picked here, is a significant debtor with outstanding liabilities of more than 400 billion euros. And it just serves to emphasise the two-speed Europe that really exists if you look under the bonnet of the system, and I suppose flags the kind of problems that Brussels authorities will face in their negotiations with the new Italian authorities. Right, time for a risk warning. Please take a moment to read this. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of the products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative. Thank you for your time.